Now, the second movie on this list that I watched was actually recommended to me by my psychologist. It's called Call Me By Your Name. It came out a few years ago. It's about a secret love affair between a young man of 17, played by TIMOTHÉE Chalamet. I think I'm pronouncing that right, fairly confident. You know, a lot of people just call him Timothy, and apparently he's fine with that, but at Hang the Critic, we like to go the extra mile to make a mistake. A younger man and an older man of 24, played by Armie Hammer. Now, I thought it was very good. It was written by James Ivory, who I believe hasn't written a film for a long time. Like, I saw Howard's End, and I thought that was brilliant. So this one, I was surprised to hear his name, really. It's very heightened. I had difficulty getting into it at first because the scenario is set in Italy, and there's a handsome young man, this handsome older man. It was very sort of idealistic. It was a bit hard for me to get a grip on it and relate to it. But the more it went on, the more I could, really. I remember joking that I was a bit jealous of Timothée Chalamet's character because, for one, he looks like Timothée Chalamet. Two, he could play the piano, speak fluent French, and he got to have sex with Armie Hammer. But now the more I think about it, the more I realize that what I was really jealous of is, despite the fact that he was like 17 years of age, he was incredibly confident. You know, he's actually, a little spoiler alert, but he's the one who instigates the relationship in the first place, which I thought was an interesting move, really, because the cliche is that it's the older man sort of grooming the younger man into a relationship, but that was completely surpassed, and Armie Hammer's character was depicted as the one who was more uncomfortable with his sexuality in that regard. So it's interesting that they both sort of start off with a kind of veneer of confidence, but then as the film progresses, their insecurities and self-doubts come to the surface, and they become almost more human in a way. But it was extremely well written and incredibly well performed. Everyone in that movie did a brilliant job. Michael Stuhlbarg played the dad, and he's fast becoming one of my favorite actors. He was brilliant in Shape of Water, Hitchcock, Men in Black 3. He's a really good actor, and he's got some incredibly powerful moments in this film. And by the end of it, I was crying my eyes out, and that is a good sign that I really have gotten into a movie. I've invested emotionally into it. And it's multilingual. There's parts for English and parts in French, and I love that. I think we need more of that. Bridge gaps between nationalities. I think that's important. But yeah, to be so young and so comfortable with yourself and your desires. Back when I was 17 years old, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wasn't even aware at that time that I was bisexual. So yeah, that was quite an eye-opening film, and it shook me. I watched it back to back with Hannah Gadsby's Nanette on Netflix, so that was an interesting experience. Both were brilliant, but God, they rattled me to my core. So yeah, this is good. Highly recommend. See you next time.